what's going on, guys? Shift Gaming here. Today, I'm back with another guide video for you guys, and I'm going to be giving you guys my top 5 tips for improving your Genji play. I play Genji the most. I think I have around 30 to 40 hours in him now, so I feel like I'm relatively well qualified to teach you guys and give you guys some tips on how to play Genji and how to get better at him. And if you guys do want to see some more videos like this and some more guide videos in the future, leave a like, guys, and leave a comment. Tell me what you'd like to give me a guide on next. And anyways, guys, hope you guys do enjoy this video. Let's get right into it. First tip for showing you guys how to get better at Genji is to use his mobility. So guys, Genji is the most mobile character in the game, so what you guys are going to do is use that to your advantage. Climb walls, use your double jump, use your swift strikes to help disorient enemies so that it's easier to kill them. So say a Reaper is chasing you through a room, you run through the door, you double jump up and you climb up the wall, and then you drop down on his head. That'll confuse him, and as you're killing people, you don't just want to stand directly in front of them. You're going to want to like jump like around their head, to the left, to the right, strafe left and right, as much as you can. Be as much as a nuisance as you can, because the harder you are to hit, the more likely you are to survive, and the more kills you're going to get, and the better Genji will be. As long as you're alive and you're doing something, if you're taking out supports, if you're annoying the enemy team, you are doing something with Genji, and it's going to make you a lot better player if that's what you do. Okay, guys, my second tip for Genji is to know when and where to flank. Okay, guys, so let's say that you're with your team standing in a choke. That's not what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to go around that choke using one of the flank routes, and then you're going to want to harass the enemy's backline. Most likely they're healers, so you can take out their healers. As I can see with that Dragon Blade, I prioritize the healers because Genji is supposed to take out the enemy's healers. It's supposed to attack the enemies from behind where they don't know where you are while their team can attack. So if you can get a pick as Genji, if you can open up an area because you got a pick, because you knew when to flank and you knew when to stay with your team, that'll be amazing, and that's what makes a good Genji a great Genji. Thirdly, guys, is to know when to use your Dragon Blade. Now, many people don't know when to use their Dragon Blade. They might single ult somebody because they're like, oh, okay, I can get my Dragon Blade up quickly. But the truth is, the Dragon Blade is one of the most important ults in the game, at least in my opinion, because it does so much damage. 2 slices and any 200 HP hero is dead. And you can hit multiple people at once, so you can get like 2 kills and 2 kills and 2 slashes, basically, if you're careful enough playing as Genji. And you can combo it with Zarya, Reinhardt, Mei, a lot of different ults. So you have to be careful with your ult and know who to ult. You should always be attacking the healers. And once you kill the healers, you should be going for like attack heroes. Never really try to attack a tank with your ult because it'll take your whole ult to kill them, and it really won't be worth it. So you should be going for the 200 HP heroes, the low health heroes, so that you can get more kills when you're playing as Genji and when you're using his ult. And my fourth tip is to know how to use his shurikens and know how to lead shots. His shurikens are not a projectile weapon. They're not something that as soon as you fire, they're going to be at the exact spot. They have a little bit of travel time on them, so what you guys are going to want to do is to lead your shots a little bit. If they're running, lead the shots a little bit in front of them and always aim for the head. The shurikens are relatively high damage, and they do have no damage fall off at all. So you can sit there and fire from relatively far back just to gain some ult charge. That's not what Genji's made for, but if you need some ult charge, like I said at the beginning of the game, you can hang back and just fire into the enemy team, because the shurikens, they do not have damage fall off like Soldier 76 and McCree. You can shoot from as far away as you want, and they'll still do the exact same amount of damage as if you're really, really close up. You should learn how to lead your shots so that it's a lot easier for you to get kills and do damage than if you have to be incredibly close to them and up close and personal. That's why you probably shouldn't be taking out a Pharah or somebody like that, because it's really hard to lead shots when they're up in the air. That's why if you need a DPS, hit scan is good for the Pharahs, people like that. Genji is more good for the supports and the squishies like a Soldier 76 or a McCree. And finally, guys, my fifth and final tip is don't waste your abilities. Now, this is one of the most important things with Genji, because he has one of the best abilities in the game. He can deflect. That means he can deflect any projectile coming at him. So, Soldier 76, McCree, Lucio, Zenyatta, any projectile or any hit scan thing. He can deflect anything that's not a beam. So, let's think about that. Anything except for Zarya, Winston, and I think that's about it. There's probably a few more that I'm missing. But Zarya and Winston are the two that come to mind when you think of people that you can't deflect. You can't deflect Tracer's ultimate and things like that. You can also deflect that. You also can deflect ultimates. So you can deflect Graviton Surge, you can deflect Maze Ultimate, Blizzard, you can deflect Barrage, you can deflect Sword and 76 Ultimate, you can deflect Whole Hog, you can deflect almost any ultimate in the game that they either throw or that they shoot. Anything like that you can deflect. So that is why deflect is so important, because it can literally win you the game. It can literally win you the game on multiple occasions. So anyways guys, I hope you guys enjoyed my 5 tips for getting better at Genji. They're relatively simple ones. I might do a more advanced guide later on if that's what you guys want. Anyways guys, I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later guys. Peace.